Hello everyone. So I will give you a sharing about my Agile transformation practice. The first one, I would like to introduce why and what to share. I'm attending the Agile Coach Academy by Arie van Bennekum, who is the co-author of Agile Manifesto. So this is the first days. This is the first day, and he asked us to sharing our experiments about agile transformation, not only in practice, also in the methodologies and mindset in agile transformation. This is the gentleman on the left, on the right is Arie van Bennekum. So I'm trying to introduce. So first, I will introduce myself. My name is Fei Chen, as you may see the Chinese character on the right. I am an individual agile coach in Beijing, China, and I used to be a developer, tester, and a project manager for about 20 years in software development area. And I used for work in big waterfall method, and also I contact with Agile since 2004. At that time, we run a Scrum in Microsoft, and in my Agile coach career life, and not only as an individual, also I used to be in company and run the Agile transformation. I used to success and failed many times. So I think they are, or both of them are practice, experience. They are very valuable for me. And you may screen the barcode on the right downside right. This is my WeChat ID. You may scan it by WeChat, and also you may contact with me with the email address. And so I would like to introduce my Agile transformation practice. The first thing of the Agile transformation, I would like to introduce the background. So the background is it's a small company. Currently, I worked for this company as a Agile coach and consulting. I'm not an employee, and also I'm the friend of the CEO, so I have the authority. That's a very important thing, especially for Agile coach. And the CEO very eagerly to ask me how I need a delivery process for his AI team. He very eager, and he asked for me for months. I can understand he's very angry about it, and from his eyes, everything lost control. It's very, for me, I think it's still a terrible things. And also the team leader is a very gifted guy, and I graduated from the top level of China University, but he is weak in management and leadership. Yes, we cannot ask them strong on both sides. And the team is a junior team, especially in software engineering. They are not well trained. This is a background. And also, next, I will introduce the situation I met. So the first thing, no plan, totally no plan, just very hard. It's very hard. And then, okay, some requirement comes, and they did it and work on it. That's it. And also the requirements comes from the outside. This company is an outsourcing company, a small outsourcing company, and also they have some improvement tasks. So the most of the requirements come from outside without any notifications, and the delivery process is a black box. Very from the management, the viewpoint of management, the high level management, unreliable delivery. And also the bad thing, the worst thing, the team sometimes would miss the high value requirements. So I mean the high value requirements will delayed, and even they forgot to do them, forgot to allocate more resources on it. So that's the situation. It's very, especially in China, especially in China, many teams almost the same. So when we introduce the background and situation, we found it's a different story. It's a different story from the traditional, we may say, from the agile transformation, because in most of the area, in most cases, when we talk about agile transformation, we comes from the waterfall to agile to lightweight process. So we can say that it's different. For this team has no process. So, and on the other hand, from the waterfall to the lightweight process, that means from over-ordered to ordered. I'm not sure if I express myself clearly. So, and for this team, from disorder to ordered. So it's quite different from the agile transformation we talked about before. This is a different story. This story is we set up the discipline. We have the team from disorder to order. It's not a process downgrade. It's a process upgrade from no process to lightweight process. So it's a different story. It's a very important background. Sorry, I caught a very heavy coach, a very heavy cut. So, okay, let's introduce what I did for this team. I create 3 boards for the team. They are quarter plan board and month plan board and the week task board. For the quarter plan, and we run the weekly planning meeting every Monday with facilitation. I'm an agile coach. I'm a facilitator. Every Monday, we ask the team and the CEO and the key management, the key high level manager to review all the 3 board, the quarter plan, the month plan, and the weekly task board, and add the new tasks. On the quarter plan and the month plan. If we adjust some task from the quarter or month plan, we move the post-it on the board. So it's very important for the team to understand the value. What's the highest value? So we have the weekly meeting. That's very important. Every first, it's not COVID-19. Don't worry, it's just a cold. For every first month, for the every first Monday of month, we run the month planning meeting. For the every first Monday of quarter, we run the quarter planning meeting. So this is a rolling wave planning model. This is the first lines of the bottom. And also we update the plans, all the 3 plans on weekly planning meetings or just in time. If we found something comes, some new requirements or some improved task comes, we just update on the board. So this is just in time. And also we sync up the change with the team on the next stand-up. If it's very urgent, we will run the stand-up meeting immediately. So this is another just in time. Also, it's not such simple. Actually, it's a little bit conflict, then the photo I show you is a demo. It's a very simple demo. I just want to tell you the essential practice of the whole process. And also, next we introduce the achievement. The first thing, the most important, CEO satisfied. The key stakeholders felt satisfied. And the second one, no priority missed. Any high value requirement never missed. This is very good, satisfies the CEO very good. And also improved the team transparency. Everything we can see, especially with the weekly task board, we can see every day's achievement, and also with the quarter and the monthly plan, we can see the middle and the long-term planning of the team and of even with the company. The AI team is a very important department of the company. And another achievement it's caused by the facilitation. Formerly, their weekly meeting always ran over 4 hours. After the rolling wave planning meeting model, we ran the weekly meeting from 4 hours to 30 minutes, within 30 minutes. It's very, very effective. And also, this model did not introduce heavy burden for the team members, and most of the trainings within 15 minutes. So I don't run any trainings longer than 1 hour. This is a lightweight process, and then this is an achievement. And then the next, what we planned for the next in the future. So currently I leave the team for about 1 month because I worked there for about 3 months. So I want to give them more room to understand and to run the model by themselves and improve them by themselves. Also, the withdrawal is expected, and I plan to come back to this team next week and see what had happened and give them some advice. Also, so the next thing is better story splitting. Currently, their story splitting was split to about 1 week. And I think it's okay, but not good enough. We can do it better. I'm trying to split the story to 2 or 3 working days. If possible, we will introduce the story point. But for the delivery model, story point is very hard to introduce. That depends on the team. And also, a third one is daily code check-in. It's very important for DevOps and CI/CD. It's very important engineering practice. And a fourth improvement is delivery by the story straightly. Currently, their delivery is still not follow the story. Someone can, someone cannot. And another 2 improvements is refactoring and documentations. So currently the documentation are still not good enough, and some documents still are PRDs and very hard to read, very hard to write, and I want to give them more training about how to write the Agile document, or we can see write documents in Agile ways. I think yes, this is a very important thing in Agile transformation. But it's acceptable because typically I will spend 2 or 3 hours per week for this team, and their achievement is still brilliant. I think they are good. They are very, very good. So next, I will introduce what Agile methodologies are used in the team. Of course, the first thing, the Kanban, the Kanban, the task board, and the iteration comes from Scrum, and the planning game from the Scrum. Some practice and some mindset from the Scrum. And also a very important thing is rolling wave planning. Rolling wave planning. Formally, they have totally no monthly or quarterly meeting. They only have a weekly meeting. It's not enough. And also they have no planning during the working weeks. So it costs, they have so many details need to confirm in the weekly planning meetings. So the weekly planning meetings always last for 2, even 4 hours. Yes, I attended the meetings 4 hours. It's very, very long for 1 week. It costs almost 10% of time. It's terrible. And how we improve it? So I think the 2 dimensions, two factors. The first thing, we run the quarterly and the monthly meeting, so the target is very clear and confirmed. And the second thing, the facilitation in the weekly meeting is very, very important. It improves facilitation, improves the meeting efficiency very, very much. And the last one, I think the most important thing, the snowman. Sometimes I invite I invite the CEO and other high-level managers, even someone like PO, not PO. They are they know the customer exactly. So some managers know the customer very, very well. So I invited them in the meeting, especially the weekly planning meeting and other meetings during the working days. This idea comes from Snowman on the right. The Snowman comes from PSDM and introduced by Arie. I use the Snowman method, a model in many teams. It's very successfully. I love the Snowman. So I recommend the Snowman model for you. It's very good. Okay. And then the last question, the next section, is it Agile? Yes, it does be Agile. So the first thing, the whole, we can see the process, or we can see the model. This is value oriented. By how we implement the value oriented, this is by getting the feedback frequently, at least monthly. So from the feedback with the key stakeholders, so we always can identify the high value requirements, and adjust the value change and other changes. And the second thing, this model or this process can respond to the change very quickly, or even just in time. At least every day, you may see the any change can introduce to the team at least to the next daily stand up. So typically the important or urgent change will introduce by just-in-time meetings, because the team is not large. Oh, I forgot to introduce the team members. There are about 8 or 9 team members for the team, so it's a small team, just like Agile team, are adapted for Agile methodologies. And also a third one, why this is Agile, because the team is transparency. from every person, every team members, and the short term and the long term, everything is transparency. Even the code, the source code and the requirements. So the team's transparency is very good. And the last one, displayed. The team I mentioned, this team is junior in software engineering. So if we run even we run the Scrum, they are still think the process is too weight. So we define the lightweight process, adapting for the team current situation, and let them display and the order that we can see from disorder to order. So okay, so I believe the model, or we can say the process, is Agile. That's be Agile. And okay, this is a short introduction of my Agile transformation practice. You may contact with me at email, or LinkedIn, or Twitter with my email address. So thanks for your watching, and feel free to contact with me. Thank you.